Shalom, first and foremost, giving all praises, giving all honor, giving all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash, Yahweh. It's the true, holy, and powerful name of the Most High, who people ignorantly just call God. Yahweh Shai is the true, holy, and powerful name of his only begotten Son, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Bahasham means in the name, and Rachak, Wadash is the Holy Spirit, Spirit holy, literally translated. Racha means spirit, Kwadash means holy. Double honors to the elder apostles as well as the elder bishops of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well, who taught us this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim, lifting up the name, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, in truth, sincerity, and with charity. And this lesson is a response to Bishop Nathaniel, of IUIC, the leader of IUIC, in a video in which he had made saying this, and I'm just going to play it without further ado.
This Bible never talks about boyfriend and girlfriend. You know why? What do you do when you have a girlfriend?
We just dating. Have sex.
Thank you. But is that marriage?
No, that's not.
No. Because what happens when you get sick of her or she gets sick of you? Right. You put her away and get another one.
Yeah.
Give me that Leviticus 19.
Not prostitute thy daughter to be a whore.
Don't prostitute your daughter to cause her to be a whore. So I'm not supposed to allow my daughter to cause her to be a whore. So I'm not supposed to allow my daughter to be a girlfriend to you. Because once you get mad at her, you get rid of her. Now she goes to him, has sex with him. He gets mad at her, get out of it. And then she goes to him. He gets sick of it. She's a whore. She becomes a prostitute. What's this? Bible.
Now, yeah, that's it's truth to it, but it's not 100% truth. Okay, it's no girlfriend and boyfriend and situationships and we just in a talking stage. And that's not in the scriptures. That's not biblical. That's not holy. That's not profitable in the sight of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's not how the Lord has it set up, of course. That's true. But let me get to Jeremiah right quick. It's Jeremiah 6:16. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way?" So we have to look for the old paths. Where is the good way? The old paths are the good way, the path that the Lord has given us, okay? Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, the Lord said through Moses has said that the Lord gave him laws and statutes in which he had taught us. Keep therefore and do them, for this is our wisdom and our understanding in the sight of the nations, roughly paraphrasing. So we have to look for the old paths. Where is the good way? It says, and walk therein, and you shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. That's what Jake are doing. As it says in Job, the 8th chapter, we have to prepare the search of our fathers. So we have to get out of a Western mindset. We have to get out of a modern day America, Babylon mindset. We have to get in the mindset of our Lord, okay? So with that being said, in the ancient world, it wasn't no, I'm gonna have sex with this woman and I'm gonna put her away. That's going off. She's gonna have sex with her. I don't like that she has a mole on the side of her eye. It should have been on the other side. But I already had sex with her. I ain't feeling no more. You can't do that. You gotta deal with that woman. You gotta provide for that woman. You gotta take care of the woman. You have to have sex with that woman. It just says in Timothy, have to get that duty. So, with that being said, sex is marriage. Okay, that's what he said. That's not marriage. Yes, it is. In the ancient world, if you had sex with a woman, that's your woman. Because what? First off, these women were virgins. These women never had men before. And what? You go into that woman. Now that woman is your woman. Y'all became one flesh. And I'm going to get this precept. And this is Isaac, right? With Rebekah. This is Genesis 24:61. It says, and Rebekah arose and her damsels, and they rode upon the camels and followed the man. And the servant took Rebekah and went his way. And Isaac came from the way of the well of Lahari, for he dwelt in the south country. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field and to evidate And he lifted up his eyes, because this is after his mother passed. It says he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. So she saw Isaac and got off. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. So she covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. So he brought her to the tent. She just met him. He brought her to the tent. And what? He took Rebekah, and she became his wife. What was they doing in there? Just twiddling their thumbs, talking, getting to know each other. Yeah, baby. What you like to do for fun? You do this. They wasn't doing all that. If I take a woman in the tent, shit, God knows what I'm finna do. So he said he took her, and she became his wife. It says, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Point being, he took her, and then that's when she became his wife. If you look at any of these ancient movies, okay, you got to look at like ancient warrior-like movies or TV series to get in that mindset. When you see a woman, say you grow up, you got your royalty or some shit, right? Your royalty. Or you just normal ancient things. You have your son. He has a woman. You know this dude's father and this, that, and the third. He has a daughter. He knows you. He knows that you're an upstanding man, and he knows that you wouldn't allow your son to F over his possession. His profit, excuse me. And when you see things like that, they just like, all right, look, you're going to be his wife. That's just what it is. And that's just an example of like an ancient time movie or TV series. You see it in these other heathen that's not in the West, they over in the East. You see it in the other heathen. They had a daughter, and then she'll already be betrothed to a man. Yeah, when you this age, you're gonna be married to him, and that's gonna be your man for the rest of your life. That's how it's supposed to be. But this is okay. It says Deuteronomy 22:13. It says, it's like if any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her. So he take a wife, have sex with her, right? And hate her. It says, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. So he like, I took her and I had sex with her. She's not even a virgin. It says, then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity. Because when you have sex, what happens? It's a term in the world, for layman's term, pops a woman's cherry, right? And the blood gets on this sheet, and that's the tokens of her virginity. That shows that she's a virgin. Now she a virgin. Look, I'm finna show this to the elders. This is the tokens of her virginity right here. It says, Salagia. It says, then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city and the gate. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hated her. And lo, he hath given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him. So they're going to take him and chastise this man. And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver and give them unto the father of the damsel. So they got to pay the father for that. That's hey, if you say that man's father, so like you said that man's daughter, which is the father of this virgin with that former virgin, if you say that man's daughter is a hoe, that's a terrible name upon him and upon that woman. That's a very heavy reproach. You're like, nah, man, this woman was a whore. She came out of this man's house. It says, and because he hath brought an evil name upon a virgin of Israel, and she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days. So even though you're like, man, I hate her, what the bam, you can't put her away. That's your wife. You just took this woman's virginity. You just put your spirit on this woman. Hey, sex, see what's wrong with this society? They look at sex as a pastime, you know? They look at sex as something that's a physical thing. Oh, yeah, I just had sex with this woman. I just met her. Yeah, I ain't gonna never see her again. Hey, man, you just, that is a terrible mindset. Yeah, sex is a spiritual thing, physical and spiritual thing, and it's an intimate thing. And on top of that, your DNA is on this woman. Now this woman taking traits, she acting like you. She acting like 55 different men, and you wondering why you can't get close to her, so to speak. You can't get with her the way you want to. You can't mold her the way you want to because this woman has been humbled by so many men in this society. That's why that boyfriend stuff and that let your daughter have all this freedom and guide abroad. This shit is wicked. All this whoredom and all this littleness and all this is wicked. But that's what's promoting this place, wickedness. But we're here to put paint where it ain't and let you people know the truth of the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. This is what it is. It says, Deuteronomy 22 and 20. It says, but if this thing be true, so if she wasn't a virgin, right? If it's true that he had sex with her the whole time, she already had sex before. It says, but if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones, that she die, because she had wrought folly in Israel to play the whore in her father's house. So shalt thou put evil away from among you. Because this is a very serious thing. You let a whore get away, now there's more whores coming. Oh yeah, she was able to run from getting on a cock carousel. Why can't I? You know? Or with any wickedness, you have to nip that in the bud. It says if a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lie with the woman and the woman. So shall thou put away evil from Israel, because this is a very wicked act. Adultery is an extremely wicked act, and it's a manifold iniquity. Okay, it's covetous, it's adulterous, and on top of that, it spreads wickedness. So you have to nip that in the bud. Verse 23. It says, if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die, the damsel because she cried not, being in the city, and the man because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among them. All right, humbling, knowing. Those are terms of having sex. Going into someone, that's terms of having sex. As it says in Genesis, the 4th chapter, that Adam knew Eve and she conceived and bare Cain, I believe, right? So if you knew and she conceived, you had sex. That's why it says in Judah 16 and 22. And many desired her, which many desired Judah. She was a very beautiful woman. It says, and many desired her, but none knew her all the days of her life, after that Manasseh, her husband, was dead and was gathered to his people. So after Manasseh, her husband had passed away, she was a widow, and no man knew her. No man had sex with her after that, even though many desired her. So when they say he knew her, when they say he humbled someone, when they say a man went into her, it's all sex. It's all synonymous for sex, right? Excuse me. Let me go back. Deuteronomy 22 and 25. It says, but if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and a man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lie with her shall die. But unto the damsel that shall do nothing, there is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. For he found her in a field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. So if that's the case, then only he gets put to death because she's crying out since she got a man, this, that, and the third. It says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, so now she's not betrothed, and lie hold on her and lie with her. So he had sex with her. He took her. And they be found, then the man that lie with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver. Because he could have messed up this whole dude's business. If you just, take this dude's daughter, right, and you give him nothing, now he just lost his daughter. He ain't got no money. Because when you get a daughter, that's a lucrative business, for lack of better words, okay? Because ultimately, you will have a man that have to work for you, this, that, and the third. Or, that's why it says give him 50 shekels, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. So now he got to deal with her. This is going to protect the woman. If a man going to take the woman, right? But the point being, they had sex. Didn't say if he takes her and puts a ring, bow down on his knees, put a ring on her finger, and go to Esau Edom's system. Now do y'all pronounce you man and wife? No, he said if he lie with her, he got to get a daddy 50 shekels, and that's going to be his woman. That's his wife now. Why? Because he had sex with her. He took her virginity, he humbled her. He lied with her. Now he can't put her away. It says, a man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's skirt. Well, that was the point on that. This is Genesis 38:7. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. He said, go in. Raise up seed. Marry her. Deuteronomy 25:5. If brethren dwell together, and one of them die, and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger. Her husband's brother shall go in into her and take her, take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her. And that's the point. So when you go into a woman, that becomes your wife. That's why we have to look at the old past. This is not America. This is not Babylon the Great, okay? This is not the modern day mindset, the wicked mindset. We have to look at the old past, what was happening in them days. It was a system of marriage. You didn't have to have a ceremony. That's not a law. Now, you can have a ceremony if you want to, but it ain't just gonna be an American ceremony where the priest grabbing all of your woman. Yeah, baby, this how you be a good hood. No, they already is vetted up. A woman was already taught how to be a woman, how to be a maid, okay? So that's the point, the response to Bishop Nathaniel, to let you know that sex is marriage. You have sex with a woman, that's a very spiritual, sacred, and holy thing. And done right, in unity, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. So Lord, what that's edifying, giving all praises, giving all honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rechak Wadash, Shalom, Kwa Yasharlah.